for fast, cheap, and reliable Madden 25 Ultimate Team coins, make sure you guys go check out my sponsor Z2U, link in the description. Yo, what's good? It's Fire here, back from the video, and today we're bringing you guys another defense in Madden 25. Today we're going to be running the Nickel 335 Penny, which is going to come out of the Carolina Panthers defensive playbook, and we're going to be running the cover 4 quarters, which you see on the right hand side. I've been running it a lot in my gameplays recently. Make sure you guys check those out if you haven't seen them. And yeah, so we're going to be using the San Francisco 49ers, obviously some good pieces. So primarily you want your best pass rushers here in the middle. That is what we got. Nick Bosa, Hargrave, Leonard Floyd, pretty good duo there, these three guys. The guys on the edge, sometimes they'll be blitzing, but mostly they'll be in coverage, so you want to get good coverage guys. Devondre Campbell and or we have Greenlaw and Campbell on the outside, and then your user is going to be this guy in the middle, Fred Warner. So he will fill that role perfectly good. And yeah, so it's going to be the cover 4 quarters on the right. Let me know if you want some other plays out of this scheme. There's a cover 4 palms as well, cover 6, cover 9 that we can definitely get creative with. Let me know if you guys would like to see those. I like having auto flip on, baseline on as well, and then the option defense on conservative, which doesn't really affect the play at all, but we keep it on. So let's just come out in a little play here. And yeah, so the first thing that I like to do is press my defensive backs, and then you could actually really pinch your whole defense, honestly. And the way to actually pinch the defense is going to be the right bumper and then down on the left analog stick or the D-pad. Just let me move the camera real quick. Okay, yeah, so R1 down on the left analog stick, that's going to pinch the whole defense. And that is pretty much going to press your defensive backs. That is going to pinch the D-line and pinch the linebackers as well. Now, if you don't want one of those groups pinched, if I wanted the linebackers out further, we could manually spread those guys. But we'll leave them in for now. It's going to be better for run defense purposes. Now, the next adjustment we're going to do is we are going to slant our defensive line inside, which is going to help for block sheds. It's going to help for run defense. That's typically the way to create sheds. Now, post-patch, it doesn't work as well as it did, but you still can get good inside push and inside pressure doing it. And then the last thing we have, obviously our cover 4 shell here. We have an extra player with X. If we don't want to blitz X, we can throw him in a few different things. I'll start out by putting him in just an invert hook here. Give myself some help over the middle of the field, because otherwise the responsibility is all mine. Now we are playing match coverage and match assignments, but you know, we don't want to really have to do all that ourselves. So overall, the coverage will be solid. Now, it's interesting because some sets baselining would be better against others, and we'll try and switch formations offensively. Against something like this, I might actually just want to press and then pinch my D-line and slant inside just so that those players are actually outside. Those linebackers are far enough to defend things like these little table routes and stuff like that. Now, obviously, we want a little bit of a better match coverage, so I am going to take off baseline. Let's go to a different formation here. So we'll go on default, and we'll still come out in the cover 4 quarters. Offensively, let's go to... They don't have a gun bunch, which is a little bit unfortunate, but we'll go to a trips tight end offset. So what you would do is you would press, you could still pinch the D-line, slant inside, and then this is going to allow us to play a lot more free. So we can put Y on a vert hook here, and he's going to play on the trip side, which is really what you want. Now the next step in taking this defense to the next level is going to go with a cloud flat on the left and a deep half. So what we're going to do is double tap Y, press X down on the left analog stick. That is going to put the outside corner in a cloud flat, and then we're going to double tap Y, press L1, and then we're going to go deep half left, which is going to be left stick to the right. So it's going to look like this. So this is the style of defense that we're going to run. And boom, you see everybody's matched up well. Our coverage on the corner out on the left is going to be better. What you could also do is manually adjust the zone drops for that cloud flat, move it deep. I would go 20 or 25 yards because the quarter flats are going to play match coverage, generally speaking, on the underneath routes, like drags, out routes, things like that. So the over-the-top routes, you want to have a cloud flat set to preferably deeper, 25 yards, to defend those. And that's what you can do, especially from the press position. So again, the setup for that is press. I would pinch my D-line, and then I'm going to put X in a cloud flat, and I'm going to put L1 in a deep half left. Now be careful because the safety adjustments are different than the other ones. You can't actually put the safeties in like curl flats out of this formation. I don't know why they're like that, but they are. So be careful about that. And then again, I like going with the vert hook and then slanting inside. Now, let's say they do run the ball. We'll show the runs after this play. Just show a little pass defense again. And I actually probably should go through there and adjust the zone drops just so that it's a little bit more indicative of what you would really see. So I would really run them deeper. And then I'm going to set up the same defense real quick. And let's run that play. And the corner route should be a lot less open. That's a really tough pass to make. Obviously my user's a little bit of no man's land, but we would take the underneath route. I was trying to watch the corner route so I could show you guys that it is going to be defended well. Cloud flat's going to be right there. I mean, the quarter flat plays it well because there's nobody else in this zone. This is our vert hook, so he does a good job of taking away Hyatt in the seam. Can't throw that. If you're going to throw it here, it would be a decent pass, but it just depends on the coverage. And again, also the trips. Likelihood is they're going to be on a hash mark, so you'd be playing it from the hash. If they're killing you in the seams, you could stick with your classic cover 4, but he's going to shift over there. So some other ways that we can run this defense are to play aggressively on the right side. So what I would maybe do is I could actually use her the safety. We could play a little man coverage. So I would man up B, the cornerback, on the tight end, and then I would man up A on the running back, the linebacker. So here's a look. Now we still have the 3-rec hook here. Obviously, what we could do is we could have also manned up Fred Warner on the linebacker and left the quarter flat out there. So I'll show you kind of both ways. We don't want you all the way over here, Fred. We want you more in the middle. And then you could use her this guy. Now, you're going to want to watch deep routes like Jalen Hyatt's route in this case is something that we're going to want to watch and help out. But we have the left side, which should be really taken care of. So we're going to watch that. And even then, it's defended pretty well. Now, it does break off a little bit late, but B really did get matched on by the inside quarter to the left-hand side from the free safety position. So again, that setup was press, pinch the D-line. Really, I would pinch everybody in this case, and then we could still throw Y in the vert hook. And if you want to man up Y on everybody, on anybody, you could. Like if I know he's spamming Malik Neighbors on backside drags, we could cross-man that. I could man up. It is important that you man up the corner on the tight end because the linebacker would probably get burnt. And here's a look at our defense. 3 people manned up. We still have a cover 4 shell over there. And boom. I mean, like he's going to get open late. So you do actually have to pay attention to that if you don't have a deep half help. If you do, what you could actually do is, A, we could still play the man coverage. Like we could still play man coverage. I could leave him, and then I could still use her Fred Warner over here. So I'm assuming this would be good to defend Jalen Hyatt over there. And yes, it would. We get the pressure quickly there. So if you're worried about getting beat deep, you can do that. Obviously, the safety, you are going to have to watch deep. You're going to hope that the underneath stuff is defended. If you want to defend underneath with your user the linebacker Fred Warner here. So that is kind of exhibit 1 of running this defense. Other way we could do it is create a cover 6 look, which would just be to do it like this. And this is going to give us a lot of help in the middle of the field here. Deep half right. So you're going to go cloud flat, deep half right, just like so. So this would be one way to do it. I would use the 3-rec hook here. And obviously these guys are going to play deeper. Now you don't have quarter flats on the right, which could be an issue. And holy crap, could we get some pressure? So if the concern is having no quarter flat, we could just straight up play cover 2 with the quarter flats. Now this is going to leave the middle of the field open, but we have some help still. So we still have vert hook, we still have quarter flat, we have 2 quarter flats, 2 cloud flats. This is if he's killing you on the sidelines. The quarter flats are going to play low, the cloud flats are going to play deep. And then, hey, I'm going to watch deep in the middle of the football field. Obviously, you could move your vert hooks down. Like I would probably go a lot lower on my zone drops, 5-10 yards probably at the most if I'm doing that. But that would be one way to do it. Now, let's say they're in a bunch look. Now, we don't have gun bunch in this playbook. Gun bunch Y flex is going to be the closest we get. I'll try to make it look like a regular gun bunch. So I guess this is kind of the closest we'll get. Now again, you would press. I would probably be, let's just come out in it so everything is a little bit more cleanly. Against gun bunch, I don't hate having baseline on, so I'll probably leave that on. I mean, this is the closest look we'll have. Not really the most amazing plays in here, but I'll go with like a Z-spot type corner out play. We'll respot the ball here, give ourselves a little bit more breathing room, and then here we could pinch. I would go, now for whatever reason against like bunch or certain sets, when you pinch, the stupid safeties flip and they actually play like that, so obviously we don't want that. So we're gonna not pinch. I don't know if it happens when they press. I don't know why it happens at all. But pretty much what you would do against bunch is you could do the same thing over here with the deep half. That's probably my better recommendation. And then we could still throw A in the vert hook. I would probably play it like this. And I mean, overall, coverage on the corner outs is going to be really good. You could still go with the man coverage type look against a traditional bunch. So, and obviously if you were going against traditional bunch, this 84 guy is going to be wide left, like here. So if it's traditional bunch, we could easily user him, man up both these players, like so. We still have the 3-rec. We could still put A in a vert hook. We could go cloud flat adjustment if we wanted still. Now that's going to be a little bit risky going cloud flat adjustment if you're going to plan on using the safety. If I was going to user Fred Warner, which I'll show on the next play, that is a situation where I would want to probably, I'd be more likely to go deep half. But I mean, who's open on this play? This is really good defense against bunch, and it's going to be a little bit better against those compressed sets. Trips, it's going to be probably a little worse on, but stop moving over, retards. Like, I don't understand why they do that. But you'd go cloud flat, vert hook, and then we could go deep half. I could leave. I mean, both these players manned up. This would kind of what it would look like. Now, obviously, you got to watch the crossers deep. It becomes risky if it's like a combo like this. Like if they had post drag just coming, I mean, decently. I don't know. I'm gonna try and create like some kind of a good look, some kind of a setup with like a post and a crossing route. Obviously, you just have to watch out. Like, oh, A is gonna be open, so be careful. I prefer to use the safety just so I can come down on that. But obviously, it seems like that other setup is a lot better with keeping the quarter flat. Regardless, that's going to do it for the video. If you guys did enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel down below, and peace. I'm out.